Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for a live walk and talk from the Disneyland Resort. We've got Mike Celestino out there today in the field. How's it going, Mike?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas here at Disney California Adventure. Actually, it has looked like Christmas for a couple weeks now. So
I was going to say, Disneyland's not that far behind Walt Disney World, are they?
Yeah, it's like a week after. I mean, actually, they started decorating before Halloween has actually happened.
Right.
But then like a week after Halloween is when the holiday season officially starts. So I think it's been like since November 7th or something. But we're here. No real goal other than to just walk around, enjoy the atmosphere, see whatever anyone wants to see.
I like the idea of just having you follow the trolley around.
Yeah. I wonder where this goes.
So yeah, we're going to take a walk around all of the Disneyland Resort, really. We have the ability to park hop and to check out downtown Disney and all of that. So, without making Mike walk countless miles, as you typically would a day at Disneyland anyway, but we'll see what we see here.
Exciting. And if you were at Disney California Adventure, Mac, where would you go first?
I mean, I think it's a fairly obvious answer. It looks like you're heading in that direction right now.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite park to visit during the holiday season?
Oh, it's got to be the classic, the original Disneyland across the Esplanade there.
Yeah. Just
such a wonderful feeling this time of year. All the decorations look really nice. And they got the fake soapy snow and everything.
I'm surprised they don't have some more decorations over in this area here.
So this is the Festival of Holidays going on here right now. So most of what you'll see walking around along this, I think this is called the Performance Corridor. You'll have the booths set up for the Festival of Holidays. All these food kiosks. This one's called Making Spirits Bright. You can get your tasting card back over there. Sip and Savor Pack, excuse me, is what it's called. But they sell that right over there.
That's something I'm jealous of because they don't do that over here in Epcot for the Festival of Holidays or any of the festivals. It's always a nice way to take advantage and try a lot of the food and drink offerings. Have you tried anything for this festival?
I actually haven't. In years past, they have had a little indicator in the guide as to what might be gluten-free or not. And this year, and actually it's been a few years since I've seen that, but this year they do not have that allergy guide for my particular allergy. So I haven't really had the opportunity to try anything.
That's interesting. That's kind of going against the trend. So
yeah, I think my guess is the way the kiosks are run, it's probably a little bit too difficult to avoid like cross-contamination and everything. So
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're just trying to avoid like misinforming anyone, But here we are in Avengers campus. Looks like people are lining up to see Spider-Man fly through the air. I had a very Spider-Man filled week because I finally watched Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, nice. What'd you think?
I've not seen it yet. Enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm guessing you're a fan of that film.
Yes, I loved it. I saw it in the theaters a couple times. Definitely loved it.
And then I also, on Cyber Monday, I told you this already, but I downloaded I think it's 2018 Spider-Man game, which it came with there was like a bundle. I think it was like $25 or something to get both the 2018 one and the Miles Morales one. So wow. I got both of those for PS5, downloaded them, started playing the first one, 2018 version. I'm really into it. I'm getting better at all the moves and learning, remembering what they all are. swinging around the city. I've been collecting all those backpacks. That's mostly where I spend my time in that game, is looking for the backpack so far. But yeah, it's great. Love it.
Yeah, those games are awesome. Absolutely love them. The new one just came out for PlayStation 5. I've been loving that. I want to catch up.
As I'm getting, what'd you say?
Sorry, just catching. I have a couple comments here. Hi, loves to travel with Robin. We've got Charles Johnson. Hey, thanks for joining us. And then Kyle wants to know, can we see if Disneyland got any 2024 merchandise at some point?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely look for that for sure. I was going to say that in my old age, I've started to take this strategy of waiting. Like if it's not a game that I'm like, I need to play this right away, I'll wait a couple years, because the video game, as you are probably aware, video game industry, they'll charge you $60-$70 to buy a new game when it comes out. But if you wait a couple years, you can get it for way less than that.
Oh yes, yeah. Absolutely. I'm the same way. I would absolutely wait. Hey, nice jacket. That X-Men bomber jacket.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty sweet.
That's a Roosevelt's jacket.
Oh, really?
It may or may not be in my closet right now, too. Yeah, I'm the same way. I would wait for games as well, but that new Spider-Man game came out, and we went out and bought a PlayStation 5 specifically for it.
Nice. That was me with what did I buy the PS5 for? It was another Marvel game. It was I was hearing so many great things about that Midnight Suns game, and it came from the developers who made XCOM, which is one of my favorite video games of all time. So I actually bought a PS5 to play that game.
Nice.
And really enjoyed it. It's really, really fun.
Well, welcome to the video game corner with Mike.
Here's Captain America, Sam Wilson variety.
Very cool. I love, obviously, I mean, kind of goes without saying, but I love Avengers Campus. I love how many characters you can just constantly see out here. There's just always some action happening. Are they doing the Hawkeye show for the holidays again?
Yeah, so you can see that they actually did a little bit more with the decor this year. Like you have this kind of, I guess you'd call it garland.
Yeah.
That's a little thicker and more noticeable than in past years. In past years, they've just done like regular garland, which, that it's just too high and too far away to really make it out, I think, up there. So they really, they beefed it up this year. So yeah, they do that Hawkeye show still. And that's fun. And then right here, we've got Iron Man doing a meet and greet.
Very cool.
And you haven't been in this new shop yet, have you?
I have not. No, I was just going to say, last time I was there was well before Avengers Vault opened, the new store here.
Yeah, so we'll walk through there. This is Avengers Vault. This is where I assumed the entrance would be for the e-ticket ride for a long time, but I guess not. So
well,
it's just,
I wouldn't be entirely shocked if, because that ride is probably still quite a ways off, that this completely just gets remodeled at some point, but
maybe. Yeah, but they did a nice job with this shop. What's Iron Man Heroes Return?
Oh,
so that would be
throwback?
What period of Marvel would that be?
The look is very like original Iron Man, so
okay.
Yeah, it definitely looks like quite a throwback there.
And then you got all the kind of role play stuff. I couldn't help but buy this because I'm a Loki fan. I love all the weird 70s tech. I had to buy that TVA time
what
stick.
Is that? Is that the Eye of Agamotto above that? What is that?
Yeah, the Eye of Agamotto.
Okay.
Here. Doctor Strange statue, but you can also get the Stormbreaker. Is that what that is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stormbreaker, Mjolnir, and then there's the time stick.
Yeah. And lots of Black Panther stuff, the Marvels.
Yeah, I've been seeing these some of this Marvel stuff. I love that jacket.
Captain America's shield. And then you've got all the other Infinity Gems. No, stones we're calling them now. When I was growing up, it was Infinity Gems, and they changed it for some reason.
Yeah, to go back to video games, there was that game, The War of the Gems, which was very popular.
But yeah, you got all the different artifacts that come with the stones inside them, and then you can buy either the Iron Gauntlet or the Infinity Gauntlet. Put them inside there. If you stand in here long enough, you will see guests making inappropriate gestures with the Iron Gauntlet, and hear cast members telling them to stop.
It usually doesn't even take that long. So I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet. I did want to point out to you, saw the Cosmorod, or the Universal Weapon, the Accuser's weapon.
Oh,
in there as
yes.
Well.
Right.
There you go.
There it is right there. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So that's the Avengers vault. Where do you want to go next?
Well, let's head out to Cars Land, I guess.
Okay, we'll go this way.
Thank you so much.
Never seen Cars Land during the holiday season.
Oh, great, yeah.
Nice to
They
take
do
a walk through there.
They do a good job with all the decorations in there, too.
Yeah, I would love to get out to Disneyland Resort in general for the holiday season. But I think DCA, I mean, you know, obviously there's the Avengers campus bias, but this is one of my favorite parks in the world.
Sure. I mean, it's obviously they did a big overhaul about a decade ago.
Sure,
2012. It has vastly improved. I know that they were defenders of DCA 1.0, but when I would come, before I was a theme park journalist, I would come down to Disneyland Resort and I wouldn't even go into DCA. It didn't interest me at all. I would just go to Disneyland. But I think they really did a great job in making it a better park experience.
It's, to me, one of the most picturesque parks, I think, between Avengers Campus and Cars Land and Pixar Pier now. It's one of those beautiful areas of any park.
Yeah. I mean, Cars Land is just incredible.
Yeah.
When I first saw Cars Land, my reaction was like, this is a justification not only for the Cars franchise existence, but also for the park, you know, California Adventures existence. Like, they really accomplished so much with this.
Yes. Our first trip out to Disneyland, which was only, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we were out here in Cars Land at night, and I think we spent a good hour to hour and a half just taking pictures of the neon and all the lighting and everything. So I would love to get out here and see during the holidays.
So if I turn right here, this is where you would enter into Radiator Springs Racers, the big e-ticket Cars Land attraction.
I haven't looked at all. Let me pull up what the wait times look like in Disneyland right now. Has it felt crowded there, Mike?
Not terribly today. I mean, it is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's not a holiday week or anything. So it's about average, I would say, right now. Radiator Springs Racers is 65 minutes. It's not awful for the standby line. I have literally never once waited in the standby line for that ride. We always do single rider.
Oh,
or, you know, in the old days, we would do fast pass, but
right.
We almost always just do the single rider line. I have never gone through the standby line for that.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm looking at the wait times around DCA, and it is definitely not a very busy day there. It is a 10-minute wait for web slingers. I don't know if that's been a considerably shorter wait lately.
Yeah.
It is 20 minutes for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
longest,
like nothing.
It looks like the longest wait is Luigi's Joy to the World at 35 minutes. Aside from Radiator Springs Racers, that's 65. So yeah, not very busy. We've been experiencing that over at Walt Disney World lately too. It has not been as busy as we thought it would be.
Yeah, I saw something about Disneyland discount tickets going on sale. So must not have the attendance they were looking for this year. But I can't complain being here, and it's not difficult to walk around. That's always good.
Right. Yeah, and I will say the Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and even the Saturday after that, they were fairly busy here at Walt Disney.
Yeah.
But like you said, now it's a Wednesday, no holiday or anything. So.
And this is my wife's favorite part of the holiday season, both Halloween and Christmas times, holiday seasons, is these parody posters. Santa Clutch, nice. Coolant Runnings,
everyone's favorite Christmas movie,
the Lug Nut Cracker, and Snowy.
I might need that one explained to me. What is that supposed to be?
I think the font is like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Right? That old stop motion one.
And he's got the red nose on there, so
yeah.
Oh, is it? Wait, I think it's Frosty. Is it Frosty?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Because he looks like a snowman. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I got it. I'm still not sure the joke, but
right.
Yeah, Kyle got it for us too. Frosty.
There we go. We didn't come up with that ourselves. Well, you kind of did. So. Then it's Mater's Jingle Jamboree.
Very cool.
And if you come back after sundown, it all looks really nice. All lit up down Route 66 here.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, one of my favorite places at night. It's just beautiful, and I can't even imagine with all the holiday decor as well.
Oh, here's Snowy himself.
There you go. Nice. Fun little photo op there.
Season Speedings from Cars Land.
Nice. So unless you have anything else you want to see in DCA, Mike, let's head over to Pixar Pier for one last stop before heading out of the park.
Just be aware, the further I get into the back corner of this park, the worse my signal tends to get.
That's
for whatever reason. There's like a dead zone over there, but just let me know if it starts to dip out and I'll turn around.
Yeah. We don't even have to take a walk all the way around it. I just wanted to get a look at the holiday decor in the area.
Okay.
Yeah, it is already actually getting a little bit choppy over here. That's weird.
Oh, there's like a cappella group performing over here.
Yeah, we are freezing up pretty good already over here.
Okay. You think we should just head over to Disneyland?
All right,
yeah, let's do that.
Now, Donnie
okay. I don't know why it's terrible over there.
It's so strange how there are just some areas of the theme parks that absolutely just drop your signal out.
I'm always afraid to walk back toward like Paradise Gardens is the worst.
Yeah, it immediately smoothed out as soon as you got out of there.
Yeah. I also know one spot in each park that has a really amazingly good signal. Oh, and wow. Whenever I need to upload a video or something to the Google Drive, I'll go to that spot. And it'll zip right through it.
Now, please tell me one of them is like in a bathroom somewhere.
No, I actually I'm always afraid to even say it out in public. Like I want to keep them secret.
That's how you keep
My little
it
discoveries of where the signal is best. Not that a lot of, I guess there are more and more bloggers and vloggers every day, but most people are not spending their time uploading files while they're in the park.
Hi, Caleb. Thanks for joining us. We're just taking a walk around the Disneyland Resort today, just checking out some of the holiday decor and seeing what's going on, what's new.
What I'm kind of interested to see over at Disneyland is they've started a new construction project, or finishing up a years in the making construction project in front of Tomorrowland, like right at the entrance to Tomorrowland. So I'm curious to see what that looks like right now.
Yeah, actually, now that you point that out, I don't know that I've ever seen that area without construction walls.
Yeah,
so
it's been a while.
We are going to eventually check out the shops to see if we can find any 2024 merchandise as well. I know we saw some of it pop up in Walt Disney World. So see if there's any Disneyland merch out there.
There's also a band playing here. I think this is called Five and Dime. Speaking of other vloggers, somebody right here.
No, Kyle, I don't believe the band is changed. I'm sure that was a reference to something
I'm actually gonna pass through some of these shops and see if we can find some of that merch.
Yeah. I was going to suggest that, but I don't know the names of any of the shops in Disney. So it could not help.
This one is called Elias and Company, after Walt Disney's father and middle name.
Walt Disney's middle name was Company?
Yeah. Here's all the Christmas merch.
Very cool. It is always funny to see the same exact lines of merchandise on both posts.
Right. I mean, you do have some park specific,
or
resort specific.
Or at the very least, they'll change out the logo.
Right. Not seeing so far any 2024 stuff.
We have the Disney 100 merch as well, which feels like we've been seeing forever at this point.
Right. Here's Wish.
Have you seen Wish yet, Mike?
I have not. I haven't found the time.
Either, so.
And if I did have time to go to the movie theater, there's a few others right now that I have on my list before I would see Wish. Not that I'm completely disinterested in it. It's just not high on my list right now.
That's fair. I am so far behind on movies I've wanted to see this year, so
yeah,
totally understandable.
And I'm part of the problem too, where I just I kind of just want to wait for everything to come to streaming at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally against that either.
It's just kind of, I don't know. I used to love going to the movie theater. Was my favorite thing for many, many years. I just don't love it the way I used to.
Yep, I'm with you. I think we might be alone on the LP staff. I think we're the only ones with that opinion. All right, so no 2024 merch in there.
Not yet. Yeah.
We saw. We got a couple other places we can head to.
Okay, let's go over to Disneyland.
Do you have any sort of Disneyland-related holiday traditions that you do every year? I know for my wife and I, we head out to Disney's Wilderness Lodge here in Walt Disney because that lobby is just amazing. We'll go out and get dinner and check out the decorations and everything. Anything you do like that?
Well, I'll say my wife loves to get from the Starbucks on Main Street. She loves to get like a peppermint mocha or whatever and watch the fake snow fall on Main Street. It's not really my thing, but I always like doing it with her. As far as myself, like, not really. I mean, just like enjoying the park in general is really what I come for.
Well, I mean, you hold out for the real snow there, not the...
yeah, that's right. So you haven't done this with me before as far as the stream goes. So when I go through the entrance here, I have to put the camera down. They don't like when I
that makes sense.
Streaming when I go through the entrance. So is there something you can play, like a video, like a minute-long video or something? Just to...
Let's see what we have in here.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll just point it at the ground and we'll bear with it or whatever.
I'm just seeing some of the things we have loaded up in here. And all right, so you want me to go ahead and play something now?
Yeah, yep.
All right, here we go.
We're here, we're ready to ride Splash Mountain.
But no.
I mean, no. I was told that we could be the first to ride Splash Mountain and we're ready to go.
Well, it's not open yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, you guys. You know, I don't know what happened.
Well, you know it is a thrill when you go downhill, 'cause you're riding on the mountain of your own free will. And you're zipping in a flash on a daring dash down a waterfall so rapid that you go split splash. Splash Mountain.
That was the perfect choice.
I considered just letting the entire thing play, but you got through there pretty quickly. So, all right, so we're in Disneyland proper now.
Yes, and we've got decor, holiday decor on the Main Street Railroad Station and around the Floral Mickey here.
Very nice. Do you tend to get out here for the candlelight processional at Disneyland?
I've seen it all the way through once because at the old website, different website days that you also participated in. I was invited to cover that.
Who was the narrator that year?
I want to say it was Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah. I think that's the only time I've ever seen the whole thing through in person. There's been it's actually set up right now. I don't know when it's happening because I'm not going.
I believe it's very soon. It's Friday, maybe.
Okay.
Saturday. One of those this weekend.
They are setting up for that right now. But yeah, only seen it the once. I think I've been here other times when it was happening, but if you don't have a spot, you got to like camp out all day or you really just don't have a chance to even get a decent view. But yeah, this is all ready to go. Looks like it.
Looks like it is the 2nd and 3rd. So that's what? Saturday and Sunday.
And who's the narrator this time? Have they announced that?
They have not announced it.
Okay.
At least not that I've seen. I believe they have gotten in the habit of not announcing who the narrator is and keeping the surprise, because otherwise, if they were to announce Chris Hemsworth is the narrator,
right,
it's going to have crowds of people there waiting.
That makes sense. And there is the Main Street USA Christmas tree.
Very nice. It would be so weird to me having the Christmas tree be taller than the castle, but I guess that's normal out there.
It sure is.
I do love the garland going across Main Street like that. That's awesome.
And they don't have that in Walt Disney World because of the parade floats, right?
Yeah.
They're too tall.
Which is a little surprising, actually, that's not an issue here.
Right. Because we do have the Christmas Fantasy Parade, but I guess they all clear the bottom of these garlands.
Yeah, I could see Maleficent having some issues with these garlands going across.
Yes.
Does look like it's a little bit more crowded here in Disneyland as opposed to DCA.
That is definitely the case, I would say. I think Doobie knows this guy who was driving that car. He always talks about him having been working here for many years.
Yeah, looking at wait time for Disneyland, it is definitely the busier of the two parks. There are several attractions, 45 minutes and up.
And look at that tiny little castle. It looks like it's very far away.
It does look very far away right now. Donna points out Steve. I assume that's the driver.
I believe that's right. Oh, let's see what's going on here in front of the Tomorrowland entrance. Because they've got the Astro Orbiter shut down for like a year.
It looks like the two longest wait times I'm seeing in the park are 65 minutes for both Space Mountain and Rise of the Resistance. It's still not crazy. Not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, 65 is not bad for Rise.
But it is, like I said, there's quite a few. There's probably a good 5 or 6 after those that are 45 minutes and up. So it's definitely busier here.
The average is probably higher.
Okay, so I am seeing some construction walls over here still.
Yeah. So, like I said, the Astro Orbiter shut down. They've got the construction walls up around it. Let's see what they say. And I'll come back and I'll get photos of all this stuff later on in the day after the stream. So we can put up a post on laughingplace.com. So you got kind of a history of the Astro Orbiter. I think we got to start over here, though. There's a 5. Oh, yeah. So it's going backwards. Let's start over here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Disneyland Astro Orbiter opened in May of 98. So this is the current version. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, he says it's incorrect and it opened in March. You want to fact check that, Mac?
I will look into that.
So in 56, the Astro Jets made their debut 5 years before the first manned space flight. In 67, they were reimagined in orbit around a NASA-inspired Saturn V launch vehicle high above Tomorrowland with a new name, the Rocket Jets. Today's Astro Orbiter relaunched in 98, shaped by the futuristic vision of Jules Verne with the new Tomorrowland in the late 90s.
Nice. Well, according to the very reliable Wikipedia, Disneyland's Astro Orbiter did open May 22nd, 1998. My guess is it actually opened earlier, but that was the official opening date.
Okay, so like a soft opening in March.
Yeah.
He looked like he's been here maybe a while, so he probably remembers. Magic Kingdom Astro Orbiter opened in 95. The Star Jets were an opening day sensation in 71. And in 95, Imagineers restyled the Star Jets into the Astro Orbiter as spaceships encircling a kinetic galaxy of planets. And then in Tokyo Disneyland, the Starjets opened in '83. Debuting with the Tokyo Disney Resort, the Starjets soared over Tomorrowland in orbit around a NASA-inspired rocket until its last flight in October of 2017. At Disneyland Paris, you can go on the Orbitron Machines Volantes. I'm not going to say that right. April of '92, that opened, and it looks very similar to the one we've got here. Embracing the new mythologies, this fleet of spaceships evokes the romantic predictions of space travel as envisioned by futurists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Jules Verne, and H.G. Wells. And then in Hong Kong, Disneyland, recently visited by a couple of Laughing Place contributors. The Orbitron opened in September of 2005. The specialized spaceships of the Orbitron are part of the futuristic spaceport that is Tomorrowland. Soaring high above the land, the ships circle an ever-rotating universe of constellations and planets. So here's what it looked like here when it was over by the Matterhorn.
Quite a difference.
Yeah, 56 to 67. Also 56 to 67, pointing in a different direction toward the I guess southeast side of Tomorrowland there, I think, because this is, I want to say this is where Space Mountain would eventually go up, and this, wait, yeah, I think I'm right, and this is Pizza Planet right now, pretty sure.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
cannot help with that.
Okay. 67 to 98, when they put it on top of the People Mover loading station over there. And then 67 to 98, this is what it looked like before they re-envisioned Tomorrowland in the late 90s. And now it's getting a refresh here again. But these construction walls over here is what I was referring to earlier when I said it's been going for a long time. This has been up for years, this little patch of construction.
Yeah.
And this concept art now looks like it's been aged or something. I want to say it didn't.
Couldn't even tell what that was from far away.
Yeah, it didn't look like this recently. I don't know why they've done this. Since Disneyland first opened in 1955, there have been several great, big, beautiful Tomorrowland entrances, and its threshold is being transformed once again, as shown in this rendering, which you can barely make out now.
Yeah.
Guests will soon be entering Tomorrowland on a widened pathway lined with elliptical planters that are filled with swirls of colorful flowers. A new version of the Clock of the World will sit proudly in front of the Astro Orbiter. So that must be what they're installing as part of this project. And serve as Tomorrowland's new marquee, flanked by space-age-inspired spires. In addition to being an alluring and more accessible entryway, keen-eyed guests might spot that this new threshold into the future features homages to yesterday's Tomorrowland. So hopefully when they wrap all this up within the next year or so, it'll finally look like that art. But it's been a long time in the making. So glad
hopefully
that
it doesn't look like what that art looks like right now.
Right. Yeah.
See some smog issues or something.
Right. That's like that. There was a day during the pandemic when I came and we were doing the live streams from downtown Disney because the parks weren't open. Mm-hmm. And there was a fire. There's like a wildfire happening nearby. And there was just like ash falling from the sky on me in downtown Disney. And it felt like the post-apocalypse. That's kind of what that concept art looks like.
Yeah.
And this is the current. Oh, I hear the Disneyland band playing the Cantina music. Going into Tomorrowland, I guess. So yeah, if you want to see those signs again that are up around the Astro Orbiter, like I said, I'll be taking pictures of those after this, and we'll put them up on the website, laughingplace.com. This says that departing flights will resume in winter of 2024. So right now we got to enjoy other Tomorrowland attractions.
I thought it was interesting that the last panel kind of just ended at 1998, making it seem as though it's been under refurbishment since 1998.
Yeah. We're second guessing our late 90s.
Now, the one live stream I have done from Disneyland, Doobie had me go in and live stream on Star Tours. So that gives you an idea of the nonsense that I've gone through in this park.
Now, did your signal hold up in there?
It surprisingly did.
Okay.
And Doobie said it was okay as far as the 3D with me holding glasses in front of my phone, but I can't imagine it really held up all that well.
That's pretty funny. I always look for action figures in here.
Nice.
Like right now, they've got the Ahsoka wave of the Black Series, which I've got all these already. But if you're looking for them, they have them here.
Now that's not your like go-to location to shop for Hasbro figures, is it?
Target.
Okay, I was gonna say there's got to be something more convenient.
No, but I mean I am here once a week on average, so
that's fair. Yeah.
And I have the Magic Key discount, so it's a better deal.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to find them without just buying them on the internet, or actually at conventions is a good place to get them too.
That's true, and we do those pretty frequently. You have one coming up pretty soon, don't you?
Yeah, this weekend. It's funny, like I applied for media badge at LA Comic-Con. I was like, great, I don't have anything going on that weekend. It'll be nice just to hang out. And then gradually things started coming up, and now I have something every day during LA Comic-Con. So I'll just be there for like part of the day on Friday and Saturday, I think. And then I got to go and cover other stuff. Did we know about this popcorn bucket? I haven't seen that before.
I have seen that over in, I want to say Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
I'm sure we've covered it at some point. I'm sure Jeremiah saw it out here.
But yeah, I'm excited for Saturday. I have a thing in the morning I got to go to, but then we're going to go over to LA Comic-Con, and I'm going to wear my Halloween costume as Cosplay. Nice. Which I'm super psyched because there's like we were looking at the schedule last night. There's a Star Wars cosplay meetup at 3 p.m. and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect place. Finally, people are going to know what I was, because literally no one recognized my costume 2 times I wore it out in public. So finally, I'll be among my people again.
That's always a good feeling. And your Halloween costume, correct me if I am mispronouncing or anything, is Captain Gorian Shard. That was his name? Yeah,
Pirate King Gorian Shard.
Pirate King, okay.
He was in 2 episodes of The Mandalorian season 3. And as soon as I saw the character, I was like, I want to make that into a costume. I'm not even like I was probably 10, 15 years ago, I was kind of known among my friends as a decent like Halloween costume guy. But it's been years since I really put any effort into it. But I ended up spending a lot of money and a lot of time putting this costume together. So I want to get at least one convention appearance out of it.
Well, it's funny to hear you say that you wouldn't necessarily be considered a costume guy, because of all of the Laughing Place teams, you're the one person I've seen in I don't know how many different costumes.
Right. Well, you can ask my wife, who you know, like when I commit myself to something, I probably overcommit. So it's funny that the things we did for like Disney Trivia Live during the pandemic, it was always really fun making those characters. But those we just put together from like things we had around the house. They weren't expensive and they weren't terribly time consuming. But this one, I really just went above and beyond. Oh, I overdid it, I would say.
A comment from Justin says, one cosplay that impressed me was a B. Arthur's character from the holiday special on Life Day.
That's pretty great. I've seen people cosplay as Gourmanda, and Justin will know who that is. It's the chef woman, the alien chef with 4 arms from the holiday special, played by comedian. I'm blanking on his name right now. Man, Justin knows. Old-timey 70s comedian. He plays like 3 different roles in the Star Wars holiday special. But yeah, that's one of my favorite cosplays I've ever seen. Again, like somebody. No, it wasn't Art Carney. It was Art Carney is from the Honeymooners, and he plays like the mechanic guy. But there's another comedian. Man, I don't know. You have to look it up. The guy who does Dorf. You know Dorf, who's like the guy. He's like on his knees and he wears his shoes and he's. This is all like old timey comedy stuff. I don't know. I can't remember his name. We'll get a comment.
I'm going to try and look into it as we continue to make our way around.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm just getting Steven Dorff.
Just type in DORF comedian.
Tim Conway?
Tim Conway, exactly.
There we
go. I could not think of his name. Yeah, this was like a recurring character that he did called Dorf. There's a famous one. It was like you would buy it on home video or rent it at the video store. And it was like Dorf on golf. It was kind of like Goofy in a way in the old shorts. It would be like a comedy instructional video on how to play certain different sports.
Sure, you can find it on YouTube.
I'm sure, yeah. It's probably terribly politically incorrect these days.
Oh, as all comedies from like even more than a decade ago are.
Yeah.
I was going to say too, one of my favorite Star Wars cosplays I've ever seen, what I thought was the most creative, was Kylo Ren undercover boss from Saturday Night Live.
It's funny. The first time I saw that, I also thought it was hilarious that somebody did that, but then it became like a thing.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
There's a couple Star Wars characters, like super obscure Star Wars cosplays like that, like the pink shorts guy. If you look that up,
yes.
You know what I'm talking about. Like,
Absolutely.
And it just became a thing, and everybody started doing it. And it's also another one is the guy holding the ice cream maker, which now they like. You can buy one of those in the park, you know. So it's like
right.
It used to be this really fun, like very obscure reference, and then it became like the hipster geek in me is like, now everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Disney has a way of capitalizing on those things. So
exactly. So here's the site of the recent incident that you may have seen on social media.
Here I am Googling an image of pink shorts guy, and I look down to see what you're talking about. Kind of fitting, actually.
I was fascinated by those videos just to see, like Rebecca said, operationally how they would handle something like that.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting to watch, like the cast members' strategy of how to talk this guy down as he's like wandering through the show scenes of Small World in his underwear. I love that they keep calling him my friend also, which this is something that you hear a lot around the parks. Like if somebody's doing something wrong, I think it must be part of the training.
Yeah.
Like, my friend, don't sit on the ropes or something. Don't swing. Yeah. Don't climb on that rock, my friend, or whatever. But this was like an extreme version of that scenario.
Yeah.
It's like, that person is not your friend. He is clearly high out of his mind on something. And then they would have, once he stripped down completely and they pulled him from the ride, he would have walked out through. I think Luke was the one who pointed out that from the video, it looks like they're taking him out through this gate over here, which goes backstage.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, there is an article about it on laughingplace.com. pretty easy to find.
But that's neither here nor there. And I will say that incidents like that are very few and far between in Disney parks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, to the uninformed observer, it may seem like they happen all the time because they get so highly publicized and talked about, but most, like I said, I'm here on average about once a week, and most days are just like this, where it's just calm. Everybody's having a good time and being polite and following the rules. There's a very few exceptions to that.
Yeah, I mean, as often, I'm like you, I'm in the parks very often here in Walt Disney World, and I don't think I've ever seen an incident even, 1/10 of that level in person. So, yeah, like you said, they get a lot of attention when they happen. So it seems like it happens more often than not. But yeah,
exactly.
I can't remember in all the years covering the parks, I can't remember anything quite like that.
Did I lose you, Mac?
No, you're good.
Oh, sorry. You dropped out there for a second.
So I have not been into Toontown since it was redone either. So.
And this is kind of another weird thing where, like, they did the reimagining of Toontown. It opened almost a year ago now, and then ever since then, they've been shutting down little sections of it to redo it again. What I heard was that they weren't happy with the texture of the ground, like it wasn't soft enough, or it was too soft, or something, as causing, I don't know, people were falling or something. I don't know. But it seems like now most of that is back to being open. I don't know why these barricades are up around this planter right now.
Maybe wet paint or something. Okay, now I'm seeing some holiday decor. I was going to say, it's kind of you would expect more holiday decorations in something like Toontown.
I like
a great opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the holiday decorations here around Roger Rabbit cartoon spin.
Very cool. Now I assume it's all lights up at night as well.
Yeah, you would think so. I don't think I've come through to check it out at nighttime.
Okay.
I also like these rubber chickens. Actually, can you do me a favor, Mac?
Yeah. What do you need?
Can you go to Laughing Place and look at the article about the holiday decor in Toontown? Because I know we put up some pics from the first day, and I want to know if these rubber chickens were wearing these Santa Claus costumes. Because based on just my recollection, I think the little Santa suits have been added since I took those pictures.
Let's see. I'll look through it, and I'll see if we can find any differences.
Okay. Usually I don't have an eye for that kind of detail, but those jumped out at me. Because I remember thinking the rubber chickens were already very funny, but I don't remember them wearing Santa costumes.
I do love the garland on the bank. That is really awesome.
Oh yeah, we could go there right now. It's right over here.
I am looking for it, but there are a lot of pictures to go through.
Yeah, I know. I see Donald coming through.
Okay, I can confirm the chickens were wearing the.
They were.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't remember that. Okay, shows what I know. This is why eyewitness testimony is unreliable. So here's the bank that you were referring to.
Yeah, I love that money garland there.
The dollars have Roger Rabbit in place of the president, and the coins have Mickey. And there are 3-cent coins as well. Mickey has a 28. Mickey's worth 28 cents in reference to his birth year, I guess. The premiere of Steamboat Willie, 1928. If you need help, just call Chip and Dale. Nothing there. This is where I'm going to have my lunch after we're done. Cafe Daisy.
You know, I was going to ask you, do you have a go-to, dealing with a food allergy, do you have a go-to location?
Yeah. So they make
anything?
these, you can get these cheesy pizza flop overs. They actually have one with pepperoni, and they do them in gluten-free style. Oh, man, it might be some of the best gluten-free pizza I've ever had, because usually it's really difficult to find good gluten-free pizza. But whatever they're doing it right.
Here you go. Here's an image from our November 10th post.
Yeah. I didn't remember that detail. That's interesting.
I can't tell you how many times, though, that I'm in one of the parks. I'm like, hey, is that new? And then somebody's like, that's been there since 1999.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Also, that's especially with merchandise. We're like, oh, wow. I can't believe they have even Star Wars stuff. You think I would be paying attention to that. And then somebody would be like, I saw that 1.5 years ago. Like, I remember when I saw they were selling the like burned, melted Darth Vader helmet in Doc Ondar.
Oh, yeah.
And I put up a tweet. I was like, wow, you could get this now at Galaxy's Edge. And everybody was like, that's been there for so long. And I was like, I go there, I check in there every time in the park. And I never remember having seen that before. So I don't know what's wrong with me. This is the one part of Toontown that has not opened since the reimagining, this Donald water play area. I don't know what's going on in there, why that hasn't been able to open up. But hopefully maybe in the springtime, summer, I don't know.
Well, what's the temperature there right now?
It's overcast. It's cool. I wouldn't say it's cold, or it's like pretty much, I don't know. I would guess it's like 70, maybe high 60s.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked you, knowing you're live streaming on your phone and I have all the information at my fingertips. 66 degrees in Anaheim right now.
Okay, there you go.
Interestingly, 1 degree warmer here in Orlando, 67.
Gotcha. All right.
Very similar weather.
I'm going to head out at Toontown. Where do you want to head to next?
Well, I mean, I had you start in Avengers Campus. I guess I got to let you go into Galaxy's Edge at some point.
Okay. Great.
Have Hera and Chopper still been meeting guests lately?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in a bit. That doesn't mean they're not around.
Oh yeah, no. It's trying to find characters in Galaxy's Edge. I mean, I'm talking to somebody who had camps out there for hours. Yeah, it's difficult trying to find a specific character over there.
I know they were advertised as being for a limited time, so it wouldn't be surprising to me if it was only during when Ahsoka was coming out. I have seen Ahsoka herself, though, more recently. I want to say the last time I walked through Galaxy's Edge, I saw her, which would have been 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And what about Mando and Grogu? Are they still?
Yeah, they're regular fixtures now.
Okay.
I think they're always just super popular.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I would love to get those characters out here in Walt Disney World too, but I mean, Mando and Grogu we've had, but not the others.
Yeah, these clouds, rain clouds.
Something about me in Southern California, it tends to rain, even if I'm there virtually, I guess.
We hung out with Tony one day when he was here. I want to say like mid-November, and it did rain while he was here. So I was like, well, he's kind of brought some Mac luck with him.
Yeah, I guess so. It's us Central Florida people who just bring the rain with us. Hello, Christopher.
Hello there. Happy holidays.
And we've got Hampton. Wow, that is a great name. I hope that's your real name. That is fantastic. Hampton Wood Turnings.
That is a great name. Wow. That's like a character on Downton Abbey or something, you know?
or a former, like a great novelist.
Yeah, right.
Making our way over toward Galaxy's Edge as we continue our walk around the Disneyland Resort, checking out the holiday decor and festivities. It's like quite a wait for the Storybook Land Canal boats right now.
Yeah, that always, for whatever reason, that always has a pretty nice wait.
Yeah. And I have waited for it several times.
Yeah. Although Alice in Wonderland over there and Peter Pan in the main part of Fantasyland over there, those always have really, really long waits too, because they're just like really slow loader rides. Like,
yeah,
I think they figured out at a certain point that if the ride has to stop to let you on, it just adds so much time.
Right.
Which is why the Omni Mover got introduced.
Hi, Colin. And I guess no hello to Bram?
No hello.
So you pointed out where you would typically go for lunch in Disneyland. Do you have a go-to snack?
I sometimes I bring my own snacks. I also
Yeah.
will get stuff from Starbucks. They have a few good gluten-free snacks.
Okay.
Nothing really in the park.
I was curious if maybe a pickle was going to be your go-to.
I actually don't know if I can eat the pickles here. They always smell great though when I see
Yeah.
which I just walked past somebody eating a pickle. They just smell fantastic, and it always makes me want one. But I haven't tried to see if I can eat it without getting sick. Sometimes the vinegar they use to, this is really getting in the weeds here, but sometimes the vinegar they use to pickle the pickles, pickle the cucumbers, has gluten in it for whatever reason. I don't know.
We do have confirmation that is Hampton's real name. That's awesome.
Gives him some royalty.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of Hamptons. I remember Hampton was the pig on Tiny Toons, right? Am I right about that?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Once you said it, I was like, yeah, I think that's right. My search history is going to be very weird after this live. Yeah, Hampton J. Pig. Spelled differently, though. It's Hampton.
Hampton. And then there's a comedian named Hampton Yount, Yount, who he's one of the new voices of Crow on Mystery Science Theater. That's another Hampton that I know of. But not a terrible amount of Hamptons in the world. It's Woody.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hi, Woody. We have entered into Frontierland, which is why it's okay for Woody to be here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I looked at the comments for just a minute there, and I look over and there's Woody just walking around. We got Christopher says, I'm excited about the Disney Parks Magical Christmas Day Parade on December 25th.
Neat.
That holiday special they run every year.
So this was a little detail added to this wagon recently that I had to look up because I didn't recognize the name. It said shipped to Jason Chandler. Would you have recognized that name?
No.
So I looked it up, and it was a character created for the never built Western River Expedition attraction.
Wow.
That would have been part of Frontierland in the days when they were planning to replace the Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland. And they ended up going with the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad instead. But yeah, that's like a super deep cut.
Yeah, it is. Have you watched the new episodes of Behind the Attraction?
I have started watching one of them.
Okay. Well, listen, you've done more than me. I haven't watched any of them.
Okay, oh, good. That's one of the things I watch when I'm doing dishes. So I got through like a half an hour of the Pirates of the Caribbean one, but I guess I need to do dishes more often. And my wife would definitely agree with that statement.
I was just curious because I wonder if that was brought up in an episode and that, maybe plays into that a little bit, but yeah, that's definitely a weird deep cut to throw out there. By the way, Kyle points out Tiny Toons is another one of my childhood trauma picks. I don't know if this goes back to a conversation you guys have had or what, but
I'm gonna guess that he's referring to the summer vacation episode where Plucky Duck is the duck on Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
Goes on vacation with Hampton's family, and they go to a theme park, and it's this whole like ordeal for them to get there. But then when they finally get there, they just like ride. I think it was like a monorail or something. They ride around the park, and then they leave. Like they don't do anything else. And they're like, "Oh no, we just like to like look at the park from the monorail and imagine what we would do or whatever." And he's like so frustrated. Maybe that's the trauma. Is that the trauma? Kyle, you'll have to let us know.
I don't know. He followed that up with the One Beer episode, E.T. and Pinocchio. So I don't know.
I don't know what he's referring to there.
Justin asks, have you ever been to Disneyland on Christmas Day?
I have not. I don't think.
I have not even been for the holiday celebration at all. So no. I've also not been to any Walt Disney World park on Christmas Day. So
what's interesting is now even with the top tier of the Magic Key, you can't book Christmas Day. It's all blocked out. Wow. So there are no Magic Key holders here that week. I think it's the whole week, Christmas through New Year's. So you have to, you could be a Magic Key holder and just buy a ticket, an individual ticket, I guess. But it's blocked out to the regulars.
Interesting. Justin says, I've watched the Pirates and Indie episodes for Behind the Attraction. And then Kyle clears it up. I was very upset by Drunk E.T., Pleasure Island, and an episode of Tiny Toons where they drink.
Wait, there's an episode of Tiny Toons with Drunk E.T.? Is that what he's saying?
I think he's saying there's an episode of Tiny Toons where they drink, and then E.T. and Pinocchio also upset him as a child.
Oh.
I don't remember E.T. in Tiny Toons, but
because there is. I want to say now I'm really digging into my archives in my brain, but there is a parody of E.T. in the animated sitcom The Critic, which I'm sure Kyle has seen because he likes that kind of thing. But there is a parody of E.T. where he's drunk and driving, like flying the bike, like past the moon while he's drunk.
I was gonna say this too. I'm sure there are plenty of Spielberg references throughout Tiny Toons. So
here's Boba Fett.
Oh, nice.
Yes. In fact, there was a catchphrase. I think they said this all the time, or maybe they said it once and it just stuck out in my memory. In Tiny Toons. No, this was in Animaniacs, actually, because I remember it in Rob Paulson's voice, where he goes, "How Spielbergian," and I've used that phrase many, many times.
By the way, the conversation of being in the parks on Christmas Day prompted me to check, and my pass is actually not entirely blocked out on Christmas Day, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I blocked out of Magic Kingdom and Epcot, but Animal Kingdom and Disney Hollywood Studios are available.
So we saw Boba Fett, and over here in front of the Millennium Falcon, as we jump eras in the Star Wars timeline, there's Rey and Chewbacca. Well, Chewbacca spans all the eras.
Well, and okay, I've had this issue with the whole timeline thing going for a while now, and maybe you can clear things up for me. Could Boba Fett and I mean Mando and all of these other characters, could they not also exist in the sequel trilogy still?
They could. It's just their fate is a question mark after the current place they are in the Mandoverse. So theoretically, they could survive. Yes.
Yeah, to this point, they have not yet been written out of the story prior to where Batuu is, or when in the timeline Batuu is taking place. So it's not like non-canonical that they would exist here in Galaxy's Edge.
As of right now, you are correct. We don't know whether or not they survive to that point. Also, Vi Marati is out here.
Oh, nice. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Vi. She was the character created for Galaxy's Edge, although she did appear in some material leading up to the opening of Galaxy's Edge, some of the books and comics.
Very cool. Yeah, you get some really fun interactions with her, especially when the stormtroopers are around.
Yeah, love her jacket. My favorite thing about the book that features her is called Black Spire. That was released, I want to say, either a month before or after Galaxy's Edge opened, and it's all about her trying to go undercover around Black Spire outposts as a resistance spy. But I always thought it was interesting that on her jacket, as you can see right here, she has the logo, the insignia of the Resistance or the Rebel Alliance. Hi, Vi. How's it going? I was just pointing out how you have a Resistance insignia on your jacket.
Yeah, and you've got something for the First Order right here.
Oh, yeah. This is Imperial Beskar. It's got the insignia. Yeah, sorry about that. Not expressing any kind of affiliation or anything. It's just yeah. Sorry about that.
Your shirt says one thing.
Right. Yes. No. This is all our friends on there, but I wouldn't consider myself a sympathizer with the Empire or First Order or anything like that. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Trying to slay a lot of travelers and villagers.
And ignite the spark or what have you. Yeah, there you go.
Where are you headed
Nice.
off to?
Oh, we're just wandering. We're just exploring right now.
Understood.
What's going on here? You guys looking out for...
I did have eyes on some troopers. They were from the garrison.
Okay.
From the Tiana.
We will keep an eye out for them too.
I think they headed back on their ship, but hopefully they don't come back interrogating too many off-world.
Okay.
That's when the trouble begins. They don't know they need to hide.
Gotcha.
But you know, right?
I do know. Okay. Yeah. I will.
Sure.
I'll swing back and let you know.
I've got orange hair and a blue jacket.
Swap it around.
Exactly.
I got you.
Know what hit 'em.
Okay.
May the spires keep you safe.
You too. Thanks very much. See you soon.
Yeah,
there you
that
go.
was fantastic.
I proved your point right there. Always fun to talk to Vi.
Yeah, we had some comments enjoying that conversation. I like that you said ignite the spark or what have you.
That's because I could never remember how that goes. I think I actually got it right that time, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
I forget who. I think I was streaming with Doobie or something, and I said it the other way around to her. I was like, Light the fire. I don't remember what I said. It was wrong, though. So I just want to peek in here. I always like to see if there's anything new.
I heard they have a melting Darth Vader helmet.
They do, yeah. It's right over here.
Want to catch up on a couple comments too. Tony said, "Can't help but notice Mike went into Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland when I'm not off stream."
I was requested to go here, so
I did instruct Mike to go into Galaxy's Edge. Yeah. And then Kyle says, "I can only hear non-canonical in Tina Belcher's voice," and yes, that is where I stole the phrase from.
Sorry. Let's say hi to Doc while we're here.
One of the coolest animatronic characters that you can see in
the
parks.
I'm waiting for him to turn. He does the thing where he turns around and uses the abacus. That's my favorite part of his little cycle that he goes through. Doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. There we go. Close enough. Hi, Doc. All right.
And of course, we haven't pointed out that we are doing this live stream today to check out some of the holiday decor around the Disneyland Resort. You're not going to see any holiday decor in Galaxy's Edge.
I have this pet theory that it was planned and everything kind of got derailed by the pandemic. But I believe that they were going to introduce different seasonal decor into Galaxy's Edge for the fall and the winter. Really? Right, lined up with the Halloween and Christmas seasons. Because there's a book called The Traveler's Guide to Batuu, and there's a page in there where they talk about the different holidays that are celebrated in Black Spire Outpost. And I'm just pretty sure there was a plan for seasonal decor that got canceled. I just saw Mando pass by. There he is. He's going away. He's going on break. He won't even acknowledge people when he's hungry.
Seen a lot of characters in a short amount of time here in Galaxy.
Yeah. So you got a little peek of Grogu there in his pouch. Oh, and here's Boba Fett.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. I can't turn fast enough. Hey, Boba, how's it going?
For Jabba several times.
Yeah.
You were very profitable.
Yeah, I'm glad that I could be of help to you.
That's correct. All right. Grab your jack and move on.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Travelers. Have to keep moving. Sorry. Carry on now. Keep your eyes open.
I guess it's the end of the shift.
Yeah. It's funny because you can go and spend an hour in here and not see a single character, and instead we saw
right.
5 in like 2 minutes.
Exactly.
I just love that you said I'm glad I could help, and he said that's correct.
Yeah, it's funny like with Vi Marati because she's the face character. Like you can have like unlimited,
right?
Like improv games with her, which is like go through any scenario. But with the masked characters, they all have like limited phrases they can say.
Couple comments again here. Hi, John, joining us from Australia.
Hello.
And then we got Justin says the Life Day Chewbacca figure sold out, but there is still Life Day stuff.
Yeah, I bought that figure. I've got it. I think that's one of the ones I'm going to keep in the package. I've decided.
Nice.
This has become more of a thing with me because I used to open everything, but they do really nice stuff with packaging these days.
I know, and I always feel so bad because typically the things that I have for my collection are things that we get for unboxing videos, and so I always open them up, and I always feel bad getting rid of the packaging.
Right.
And, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep a giant box for a Sentinel.
Right. See, I got that sail barge, the Java sail barge, through Laughing Place, through our. I mean, no, it was purchased by Laughing Place to review, but it wasn't purchased by me. I personally got it for free. Anyway, the point is, I kept the box. It's in our garage. It's enormous.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why I have it, but I couldn't bring myself to throw it away.
John asks, are there any rides in there or just shops? So that area we were just in is the marketplace area. That's just shops. And a little snack stand, right? What is it? Katsaka's
kettle? Katsaka's kettle is kind of the popcorn stand,
but in Galaxy's Edge as a whole, there are 2 attractions. There's Rise of the Resistance, and there is Smuggler's Run, which is the Millennium Falcon attraction. So both, I would say, are very, very good attractions.
I don't love Smuggler's Run. I don't even do it very often. I guess
I think I'm more so in the minority there that I do really enjoy it. I will say, if you have a group of 6, Smuggler's Run is one of the most fun attractions you can do. If you're just kind of
I agree with that.
By yourself, then it's different.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you on that. It's also really, to me, it's not very fun if you're not the pilot, which is like one in 3 chance that you are going to be the pilot.
Right.
If you go
pilot
as
is
a single
definitely
person.
the most fun job you can have on there.
Yeah. I also don't do Rise of Resistance terribly often just because it's always such a long wait, but it's a pretty impressive attraction overall.
It definitely is. And I'm sure every time you do these with Doobie, he is constantly just pressing you to say that it's the greatest attraction that's ever been built. What is your favorite attraction?
It's still Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
I just love everything about it, even after all the changes. I love the atmosphere of it. I just think nothing like that. We've gotten obviously other Pirates attractions, but nothing on that scale and that level of immersion really. I mean, I guess Rise is in that family. I don't know why Pirates works for me a little bit more. I think I tend to gravitate toward slow-moving boat rides also.
There's
like those
also
are always
a nostalgia factor in there. Anything you grew up with is gonna, play a little bit differently.
Right.
We've got Chewie and Ray here. I'll catch up on a couple comments. Rebecca said it's funny. My favorite role is engineer. It's the easiest to manage my role while absorbing the visuals, which makes perfect sense. I do love engineer. Like I said, when you have the group of 6, when you have the entire cockpit to your group, and you can just push the buttons while just screaming at your friends to do their job. It's one of the most fun things you can do. And then John asked, what time is it there? It's 7:33 a.m. In Australia. And what time does it close? So it is, 1:30 p.m. right now. And what time does Disneyland close today?
I want to say midnight.
Really?
Midnight throughout the holiday season. In all likelihood.
Yeah, you are correct. It does close at midnight tonight. That is, I'm a little bit jealous of that because the Disney park, not that the Disney parks close early here, but it's like 9 p.m. or something, so it's much earlier than midnight.
If you would like to learn, we can give you some very simple phrases, and all you have to do.
This is interesting. I have not seen this before. Ray and Chewie are giving lessons in Shriwook, which is the Wookiee language.
Wow.
My wife taught me that.
Can you all say that? One, hello, my dear. Good. That was something very good. That's excellent. All right. Did you hear that one? No? That one's a bit more cool. Good. All right, ready? One.
Yeah, every now and then they do this thing where they.
Good. Now, it's something. I know you usually like surprise You guys ready to repeat that? Yeah? Okay, ready? Remember, the end is this, really loud, okay? 1, 2, 3. This is so ridiculous. Makara. And the new bass. Good, good. Oh, yeah, I think that's really good. Now, if you could, I know I'm asking a lot. You're all probably here on vacation. But Chewie is the only Wookiee on this outpost at the moment. The other 2 have been captured by the First Order. So, unfortunately for us, every time a stormtrooper hears this language, they know it has to be him. So, if we get all of you to speak some of that Shriwook around the stormtroopers, that would actually get them to leave us alone for a bit, because they might follow you thinking they're going to find him. Okay? Does that make sense to all of you? Yeah? So if you see any stormtroopers, what are you going to do? You're going to speak. Very good, Shriwook. Yeah. How about one more big loud roar for the measure, and you can do it with them. I'll count to 3. You can all do it. Raise your fists like a Wookiee, okay? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Very good.
That's the kind of thing I want to see more of. And
Yeah, that was clever. I like that.
That's awesome.
I like that they have reasoning for it.
Yeah.
Working with the story, but I love that Rey is convincing a bunch of children to act as bait for the First Order.
right.
What was the language called?
Here is the entrance to Rise of the Resistance.
55 according to the sign.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's a wait time that I mean, you know, Mike and I are in the parks all the time. We're probably still going to walk past that, but if you're here on vacation, you absolutely jump on 55 minutes.
What is your maximum for, like, if I see something under like 20, I'm like, okay, I might.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's me by myself, yeah, it's got to be less than, it's got to be 20 or less. But a lot of times I'll have you know, friends or family visiting, then I'm willing to pretty much wait whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the spoiled, you know, frequent park goers that, you know, never wait too long for anything. One of my favorites, a few years back, Universal Orlando released a "You Know You're an Annual Pass Holder When" video,
Right?
And it went through a whole bunch of funny little sequences like that. And one of them was a guy looking at the wait time for Rip Ride Rocket. It's 5 minutes, and he goes, "All right," and it goes up to 10. He says, "Nope," and walks away.
Speaking of attractions, I have never done.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can skip it.
Yeah, we were just at Universal Orlando, and it was, we were trying to knock out stuff that we had never done before, and we never got around to Rip Ride Rocket. But I have done Hagrid's now, and
nice.
Velocicoaster, and the new King Kong. So we got through some of them.
Very cool. Yeah, both of those two that you listed there, Velocicoaster and Hagrid's, are two of the best coasters I think in the world. I mean, Hagrid's is more than a coaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, two of the best attractions.
Agreed. They were pretty cool.
Now, Mike, you let me know when we need to wrap things up. I'm sure your phone battery is kind of
I actually just got the 20% warning like a minute ago.
There you go. Yeah.
So I thought we'd check in on the progress for Tiana over here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then maybe we can wrap it up over by the Rivers of America. I mean, we are on the Rivers of America right now, but I mean, in like Moreland Square over there.
Have you done Haunted Mansion Holiday this year yet?
Yeah, I did it on opening day to get the video of the new gingerbread house, which we have up on Laughing Place YouTube channel.
You're just distracted by that child floating above the crowd. Yeah, Haunted Mansion Holiday is something I have always wanted to see. Haven't gotten out there yet. We visited in February a couple years in a row, and it was just, you know, right after it had been taken down. So,
see, as a regular, I'm sure other people feel this way. and I'm sure a lot of people feel the opposite way, but I think Haunted Mansion Holiday is around for too long every year.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's like a third of the year is Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Yeah, that's true. It is a long time because it goes into January, doesn't it?
Yeah, at least a week into January, and it starts in early September.
Yeah.
So there we have the current construction status of Tiana's Bayou Adventures, formerly Splash Mountain here at Disneyland.
Looks not too different from what we've got in Walt Disney World right now.
Yeah, but that got started a bit earlier.
Yes,
do you know how many months they had on that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It feels like Splash Mountain closed so long ago at this point.
Right.
I don't know. Let's see. I'll try and look into that.
It was at least a few months, I think.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely at least a few. When did the Disneyland one close? It was January and May.
Okay.
So there you go. So it's about a 5-month difference.
Every time I'm here and I look over at the construction and you see this big slide, which is over the drop. This slide is used, I think, just to put like debris, like as they remove stuff, they'll just drop it down there so it lands at the bottom. But I always imagine like it would be pretty funny if like I'm standing here and you just see like Brer Fox like just slide down. The animatronic just slides down that wooden slide as they throw him away.
I thought you were going to say just like a boat full of guests comes out. Down
Oh
there.
yeah, well
that would feel like that would feel like a Simpsons gag.
Yeah. Here's the Haunted Mansion Holiday that you referenced earlier.
Yeah, so totally understand the locals' perspective on it being around too long, but definitely something I would love to see.
I mean, it's great. They did an amazing job with that overlay, which is, I'm sure, why it's so popular.
Right.
I love the OG Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
So I miss it. And then I guess it's nice when it comes back in January because you kind of get to enjoy it fresh again after having it been gone so long.
Yeah, that's true. I think I would have to say Haunted Mansion is probably my favorite Disneyland attraction, though it's hard not to say Indiana Jones just because we don't have that here. So
you don't have it yet.
I don't have it yet. That's right. Yeah.
You're gonna get a 30-plus-year-old ride, imported. No, well, it opened in 95. Yeah, it will be around 30, probably at least.
Given the way that these timelines go, I would say it's probably going to be well over 30.
Yeah. Okay. I'm super curious to see if they. I mean, you figured so much has improved with the technology in 30 years. To see what they do to bring it up to the current standards when they build that down there, or not even build it. They just have to like convert the dinosaur.
That's true.
Building. There's Red Pirate. Hey, Red.
See, I'd be fully on board if they didn't convert the dinosaurs, just put like an Indiana Jones hat on the Carnotaurus and just call it a day.
Yeah. So my wife makes fun of me because I have favorite Reds. That makes sense to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Like I'll see Red, I'll be like, oh, that's not my favorite Red.
No, I totally get that, but be careful. That can verge on creepy very quickly.
I know. I talk to a lot of characters, but I do tend to like dwell on Red Pirate for some reason. All right, let's just take a look. We'll just peek in on the treehouse, and then I'll sign off here.
I will say Haunted Mansion Holiday, currently the second longest wait in the park, behind only Space Mountain, which is 75 minutes. Oh, sorry, 80 minutes now. 70 minutes for Haunted Mansion.
Remember when I said it was not hard to walk earlier?
Yeah.
That has changed.
Yeah, Disneyland considerably busier than DCA. It looks like.
In the morning, you're like.
So yeah, I think we've already reached the point where there is not a wait to get onto the treehouse.
Okay.
But I will confirm that momentarily. It does look like the water wheel is working. We had some trouble with that on opening day. But yeah, there's no line. You can just walk right on, enjoy the treehouse, which I might do because I haven't spent a ton of time up there.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've done the treehouse in Magic Kingdom either. So, and well,
what do you think? I've got like 10%. You want to try and get through it on the treehouse, or you got?
I mean, if you want to go for it, we can go for it.
Yeah, you have anywhere to go? Okay, if you're good to go, I'm good to go.
If I have anywhere to go, I'm sure Kyle will let me know in the chat.
Okay, so we'll just do this. If my battery dies, that'll be the end. But last time I was streaming with Tony on the opening day of the treehouse, and we had a similar situation, and we decided to just end it. But this time, maybe we'll be luckier. Look at this, the newest attraction at Disneyland, and there's no wait.
Let's get that headline up there now.
Oh, the ostrich decided to go away just as I pointed my camera at it. There it is.
Sounds like a sound effect they took right out of Jurassic Park.
I know. Yes, we've made this reference. The Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
But we were saying it's likely the other way around because they probably just took a bird noise.
Right. Yes.
And made it the Dilophosaurus noise. We'll have to ask Ben Burt about that. Was Ben Burt the sound designer on Jurassic Park? Justin would know that.
Thanks everyone for joining us for Mike's cardio workout for the day.
I love it, getting my stairs. My stairs in. This is probably my favorite room.
Well, I'm not sure I've ever actually done this treehouse. And maybe on my first visit I did.
Oh, it started raining. Oh no. I was fooled by the water coming off of this thing. Oh boy. It's lunchtime, I think.
All right, so just a reminder that there's a good chance Mike's phone just dies on us any minute now. So
yeah,
if we come to an abrupt stop, that would be why.
It will be funny if I just never can make it through this treehouse on a live stream. That hasn't happened yet.
Rebecca says, remember that time Mike said it was snowing? Now I question his weatherman skills.
Yeah, I think that was Grapple coming off of that water wheel.
JJ Smith says, Gary Ridstorm from Jurassic Park.
Okay. Okay.
How long was the treehouse under refurbishment for? It felt like it was a very long time.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 years.
That is honestly like what I was thinking too, because then that would have put it so that maybe I did do the treehouse on my first visit. But honestly, how much of this has changed? Because none of this is looking familiar to me.
It's pretty much all different. than it used to be, or at least
just making sure.
At least it's different from the Tarzan version. I never did the Swiss Family Treehouse.
That's
here.
true. Yeah, that makes sense.
In fact, you actually walk the path backwards from the way Tarzan was set up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wanted to point out something specific. I don't know. I'm going to point out one of my favorite little details here. This little jumping frog. Oh, just watching that tank for a second. There you go.
Oh, nice.
And you can see he kind of. The neat thing about it is that when he lands, you see him switch directions. He like changes directions there. I just thought that was so cool. Oh, turn around. Here we go. We might make it. We might make it.
It is much more kinetic and vibrant with activity, which I know is one of her favorite things about theme parks. So she must love this.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it a lot. I like that there's that little bay window by the pipe organ that you could just kind of sit there and hope that nobody else wants to sit there.
That's half of what your Disneyland experience is like.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much it, though. We're on our way back down. We just got the return trip left in front of us.
All right. Well, if there's a good spot you want to stop with a nice view, we can wrap things up here.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's do that right here.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll see if I can swap the camera around so I can say goodbye. Camera.
In the meantime, I will let you know. Looks like we don't have anything else on the Laughing Place live schedule today. Mike, you're getting out to Legoland, California pretty soon, right? Is that Friday?
Yeah, so I'll be at Legoland in San Diego for the Christmas tree lighting ceremony this Friday evening. That's one of the things that I have to leave LA Comic-Con early to go do that.
Oh, okay.
On Friday.
So yeah, and that's another thing to mention too. LA Comic-Con we have coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Mike will be out there for.
Thanks to Roosevelt's for sending over this performance hoodie from The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I was just looking for our banner. It just changed Jeremiah to Mike here.
I mean, it's evidence of how much I genuinely like it because I was wearing it just on my own, not to promote it.
That's one of the performance hoodies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one as well. Absolutely love it. It is probably my favorite piece of clothing I own now.
Nice.
So yeah, thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Thanks, Mike, for actually putting in the legwork and walking around Disneyland Resort.
What's that?
Are you filming for YouTube?
Yeah, Laughing Place YouTube channel. If you want to look it up. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we go
these
live.
Kids want to say hi. They thought I was pointing at them, but I was pointing at me. Sorry. Go ahead. You could say goodbye.
Okay. I think we got through everything. So again, Mike will be out at Legoland on Friday. We will have Disney Trivia Live on Saturday. Rebecca has a link in the YouTube chat. You can read Mike's articles. There you go. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you real soon.
Bye from Disneyland.